so wonderful to be with you. So we're going to take a meditation, and it's going to go deep inside, finding a place that I like to call the sweet spot. That there's a place inside of you that has a perfect resonance. And usually we default to a place of fear because we've been taught to always kind of be on edge and be careful and watch out for things bad that are going to happen. But really, the new kind of humankind is learning that if you stay in a sweet, in a light, in a loving vibration, you bring more of that into your world. And your world stays at that high vibration. Yes, things do happen in Earth, but you won't dip down into such lows when they do. You will just ride out the storms at a smoother vibration, smoother rate. And your intuition will be heightened when you are in a sweeter vibration, a lighter vibration. So your intuition can feel things that are coming. So it's a much more enlightened place, much more evolved place to be. So, relaxing your body, you know now where we are going. We are going to find that sweet spot, that sweet note that exists within your being. Everyone has one. And so, go ahead and take a deep breath again. Oh, relaxing your body. It knows how to relax. And as I count from 5 to 1, when I get closer to 1, you will be relaxed. You will be in a heightened state of consciousness. You will be closer to your higher self, to your guides, as I count from 5 to 1. At 5, you begin to relax. Settling in, settling down. To 4, relaxing, letting go, beginning to drift. At 3, you are beginning to connect with your guides. You are beginning to connect with the highest levels of yourself. More and more light entering your body. It feels so good. You are becoming brighter. You are becoming lighter. You are filling up with love. At 2, we move to 2. We move to 2. Any heavy energies that are stored in your body are now being released and bubbling up and bubbling out as your guides gently pull them out of the body. Just kind of letting them just kind of have a motion of directing these energies out of the body and out and into their space where they transmute it into a higher energy. Nothing is ever wasted. Your body knows how to breathe. You are surrounded by your loving guides. As we descend to 1, you are now at a much higher consciousness, a higher mind than you were. You are now at 1. You are there. You are deep. You are attuned to your highest resonance, the best resonance for you at this time. want you to think back at a time in your childhood, way, way, way back, to a time that you felt happy, that you felt joy. It could even be a time in your adolescence, from 12 to 18 or 19, or it could be a little tiny child. And think of something. Yes, there are lots of memories there that are not happy. We all have those in our human culture. But today we're looking for something. You know, it could be on a warm summer day and somebody hands you a cold soda pop, maybe in a glass bottle. Or maybe somebody hands you a slice of watermelon and you jump into a pool, even a wading pool, and you're looking at the water and something like that. Maybe you pick a beautiful green apple off of a tree and you're sitting under the tree. Maybe you're cuddled up with a puppy, a dog, a kitty, just anything. Moments like this. See if you can find something like that. Even if your childhood, like many of us, was very hard and felt like maybe a prison camp, there still could be times that were sweet. They could be a tiny little time. Maybe you found a tree that had horse chestnuts all on the ground and you smell the fall air and you gather the horse chestnuts. Or maybe you go to some place and there is a birthday party for someone and you're eating a piece of cake and you're singing or you're playing. So we're going to let you sit here and just find something, a very sweet place that brings back like a breath of fresh air to your world, a piece of magic. Even if it's one tiny moment, you only have one memory that's beautiful as a child, that is enough to paint your whole being with magic, with enchantment. So go ahead, we'll give you some time now and think of a time that you were filled with this fresh, alive memory that is sweet. That's like the sweetest note that you've ever played in the body. Okay, we'll give you some time for this. We're sending love through the video. It's going to imprint into the video and you will have the transmission coming to you at this moment. There might be some hard childhood things that come up. Let's just keep looking for the magic moment. A blade of green grass, a flower, okay. Now you have your sweet moment, and if one did not come up, that's just fine. You can think of a sweet moment that you have seen maybe in a movie or in a song, and try to find that in your life. Try to find something, watch a movie that brings you joy, brings you that, where you could, you feel your heart kind of overflowing, maybe tears of joy coming to your eyes. Find those sweet moments in your life, because there are so many scary things that you hear about in earth, and people with fear, and there are wars and bombing and people doing, horrible things in earth that you hear. And then you have fear, and you hear about, oh, I'm burning through all my money, or my money's gone, or I don't have a job, or, all these things are what a lot of us hear every day, all the time. Or we have that as a child, we have memories of, ever since we were born, our parents thinking they didn't have money, or, some horrible thing in the family. So we're filled mostly with that. Most of us are humans. So we need to cultivate this sweet spot inside of us. And when we go into that note, practicing that note as much as we can, it sends a vibration through our body, which creates it on the outside of our world. And then with beautiful goals and destinations in mind where you want to go, it starts to build all of that together. So when you have a sweet resonance in your being, it starts to put together a goal that you have. And it starts to create the most beautiful life. It just takes practice, kind of like a musician practicing that sweet, perfect note. Or a baseball player on the sweet spot on the bat. You know that. There's a sweet spot in your being, and you want to cultivate that at all times. So what we want to do now is we want to go into that sweet spot again. And it's a feeling. It's a knowing. It could be a taste. It could be a hearing. Use your senses and cultivate it and make it larger. Make it larger. Maybe right now it's like a ball of light. And maybe it's a tiny ball of light, just maybe a spark. And we ask your guides and your higher self to bring in more light into that sweet spot. And they're going to bring in light and more light, and it's growing, and see your guides growing this inside of you, and now it's almost the shape of like a grapefruit. And it's a bright ball inside of you. It doesn't matter if you don't know where it is, that's fine. Just let the guides, they know where it is. And they're so happy that you are doing this. They're so happy that you know now how to do this. And so they will always bring the light in for you to this place. Even if it's one tiny little thing that maybe you got something, you found a really beautiful rock one day when you were little, and you kept that rock. Maybe it meant a lot to you. If that's the only sweet memory you have, let the guides bring the light into this sweet memory of a child, of an adolescent. And let it grow. Let it grow. It's the size of a grapefruit. And let it grow, let it grow. And now it's like 6 inches in diameter. Let it get bigger and bigger, like a sun. And let it get bigger, and now it's shining. Your whole body is bright and shiny because of this. And it moves out now, and it's a big ball of light. It's moving outside of your body, like all over your aura. And you can make it as bright as you want. You can stop wherever you want. You can make it as bright as you want. You can brighten up the whole planet if you want to, or if you just want to brighten up your own energy system, that's fantastic, because that will brighten the world. And so if you can remember to do this during the week, and while you're doing it, think of all of the goals, all of your dreams, all the things that you're creating in your world. Even if it's something like you'd like to lose 5 pounds or 10 pounds or 30 or whatever, or if you would like to see more money in your bank account, while you're increasing this light in your being, get excited about your goals and your dreams and the destinations that you're moving to. See yourself. Where are you? What do you want? What is the perfect thing that you want in your life? What is that? Because that is going to start receiving the light. That's going to start receiving the perfect sweet spot energy, and it's going to start creating it in your life. And so for now, we're going to leave you to this. Remember to bring this sweet energy into anything that is a harsh energy in your world. If you have some places that you're going through right now, that maybe you feel a chaotic energy in the world, and it's making you nervous. So think of your sweet spot. Think of whatever it is that makes you happy. So bring that feeling into your world. Bring it into those injured places inside of you, into those nervous places, fearful places, depressed places. And ask the guides to help you do this too. They're always with you. And so for this time, I send you my love and the light that is coming here from the islands of Maui into your heart and into your dreams. Mahalo. See you next week.